Hi guys, Steve Rowe here. It's been a while since I've made a video, but I'd like to share with you one of my latest tool purchases, and this is not something you would normally use in the wood shop itself. However, if you have installed things like crown molding or measured for cabinets, you've typically found, if you're anything like me, when you're doing it by yourself, you're taking a long measurement, and your tape measure does something like this. Once you get beyond about 6 feet, I don't care what tape measure you use, it's pretty much flimsy. So I went to a grand opening of a woodworking store a couple of, I guess about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I purchased a Bosch GLM 50C laser measurement device. And I had a few moments to discuss with the Bosch rep about this. He demonstrated it, and this thing has some just incredible features for a good price that I'd like to share with you. And it's I've used laser measurement devices in my day job before, and I found they did a good job measuring, but they were hard to see the numbers. You get those black letters that are kind of almost a gray against a light green background, and even with a backlight it's hard to read. So I'll like to share with you the Bosch GLM 50C and why I purchased this as opposed to some of the other models. Okay, so what comes in the package, it has a box, of course. It has a 2-year warranty and a 30-day full money back return. If you're not completely satisfied, you can return it within 30 days, get all your money back, or get a replacement. And this device will measure up to 165 feet or 50 meters. It also came with, it looks like, about 4 targets, which I haven't used yet, and I doubt if I ever will unless I need to get a specific spot. A reference manual, a quick reference card, and some instructions that are, I'm not sure what these are. These are for the application that you can download for a smart device, such as a phone or a tablet. And I don't have a tablet, but I do have a smartphone that I'll demonstrate here. It comes with a little pouch that will clip on your belt with Velcro, belt loop with Velcro. The device also fits rather snugly in there, and I'm not sure. If I had any criticism, I'd say this is probably just a little bit too tight, but hey, I'm willing to live with it. It also comes with a wrist strap so you don't drop it off your ladder. Now, one of the things that I really liked about this was, I mentioned earlier about not being able to see. This is color screen, it is backlit, and I can read the numbers regardless of the lighting conditions. And it has, well, a bunch of features typical of most other laser measurement devices. But what I really liked about this was the ability to see the numbers. Okay, let's see if I can get a good angle around on this device. One of the things you'll notice is that it has a orientation sensing device in it, which is also good for a level. And up in this corner, and let me see if I can get it closer here, if I hold it right, up in this area right here, you'll see that it's got an angle measurement and that it moves, and it tells you when you're horizontal, which is obviously very important for measurement. When I flip it around there, the level moves, but it still orients the level so you know you're getting an accurate measurement. But if you're up on a ladder and you're holding it like this and you're taking a measurement, it orients the display such that it measures what you're seeing. And this is on instantaneous measurement mode, so the laser is continuously on and giving me minimum and maximum measurements. And when I go up there, it's hitting my dust collection piping now, and then when I rotate it this way, it rotates against the other wall of my shop. So that's a really nice feature. One of the other it has a number of other functions. It's probably similar to most other laser measurement devices, but because of this, it also has a level built into it, and this is on, let me see if I can figure it out here. It has a bubble level, if it will focus. Sorry about that, but it has a bubble level, and it'll tell you when it's off or when it's off center. So my workbench is actually surprisingly level. And I apologize for the glare from the lights. Okay, so now when I've changed this from the horizontal with the bubble indicator, when I change to that, it gives me an angle indicator, and it'll tell me if I want to measure the angle of, say, a roof rafter or anything. That'll measure the pitch for me. And again, if I flip it over this way, it will measure the angle again, which 0.1 degrees on this workbench on this concrete floor. Incredible. Okay, I've got my smartphone, the GLM measurement and documentation application open. That's a free download from the App Store. And let's say I want to I can create a new project, I can cancel it, I can fill in the project name, and your typewriter will fill out. But let's say I just want to choose my current project, which right now has no sketches in it. And a sketch is from a photograph. So I'm going to click on, and I'm going to add a sketch, and it'll come up with an arbitrary number. I don't know whether you can change that or not. I haven't tried that. But if I click Save, it gives me a choice to either select it from a library, which could be an existing photo on my phone, or I can take a photo with a camera. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it opened up my camera application on my phone. So if I can get it here to where you can see what's going on. And I'll just take a picture. And it gives me a choice to take it again, or accept it. So I'm going to click on the little checkbox there and accept it. And now it's loading that picture into the application. So I click on that, and let's say I want to take a measurement, and I want to measure the length of my workbench. So I'll take my finger, I'll click on the measurement icon. I'm going to measure length as opposed to area or angles, but I'm going to measure the length, and I'm just going to drag my finger about where the length of my workbench is. And if I messed it up, didn't quite start at the right spot, I could extend it out. And one thing that's really handy here is, if you note up in the upper left hand corner, it's kind of giving me a zoom in on where my arrow is pointing. So it's drawn a dimension line on my photograph. And I'm going to go over to the workbench and set this up to actually take the measurement. Okay, I'm holding the phone up a little bit just to avoid the glare. They don't have to be this close together. But to take the measurement, what I do is I come down here and I'll click on the little GLM icon. Got to make sure your Bluetooth's turned on. What I'm going to do is take the measurement using the GLM, and the phone and the GLM 50C are talking to each other. So the first step, and let me turn this thing around so you can see what it says. I don't know how well this is going to focus. The light's glaring. But what this application says, tap the button to switch on the laser beam. And I'm going to do that, and what you'll notice, a change occurred on my Bosch, and my laser beam is now on, but it's not on my target, which is a block of wood clamped in the tail vise. And my target is on the block of wood. Do a reposition there, maybe you'll get to see it a little bit better. So now my laser beam's on, and my phone's now saying tap the button to initiate the measurement. Now I could press the button on the laser measurement device, and it would just take that measurement and transmit it to the phone. But I'm going to go ahead and do it from my phone. I'm going to click on that, and you'll notice that it took the measurement, and this was set up to measure from the base of the unit to the block of wood, which is 6 foot 3 and 17/32 inch. You could convert that. There's a function setting to where you can change the units of measurement to inches, or perhaps even the metric if that's what you prefer. And what you'll see is that my phone is set up to where, I don't know what it's there, but it's saying it's actually the units measurements on the phone are 75 inches and 17/32. So I'm going to accept that, and I'm just going to back out of it. And what you'll see on my phone, if it's clear and will focus, maybe not. Okay, that's a little bit better. You will see that it's taken that measurement and put it in as 75 and 17/32 of an inch, and it put it on that dimension line. I can add more dimension lines by clicking the measurement tool and then going through and measuring it, taking another measurement. Say I want to do the height, or I want to do the depth. It will add all those dimensions on the same picture. So anyway, I've been real pleased with this. I really like the fact that I can see the numbers in even the poorest of lighting conditions. And so far I've been quite impressed with this. I paid $150 for this unit, and I got I think a 10% discount for the grand opening special. But for $150, this was worth the full price, in my opinion. And if you've got an application where you do field work, this is an outstanding tool, and I've been quite pleased with it so far. So thanks for watching, and post any questions if you got any. And thank you for your time.